All right, welcome to episode 9 of the Drae Effect Show. You know, it's funny, I was just thinking how it's funny that every time when I record one of these episodes or just content in general, like I always get like a bit nervous, and I don't know if it's like anxious energy or just excitement or something, but you know, I've recorded so many times and still every single time I still feel a little bit of something in me. I don't know if it's just excitement or nervous or something, but I don't know, just thought it was interesting to mention. But I'm really excited for this one because if you've been paying attention, I have been talking about alt control a little bit. I first mentioned it 14th of June, so about 2 weeks ago. I mentioned that at 916k market cap. I think right now we're at 1 million. We did recently hit, so I promoted it at 0.021. And then what did we do? Yeah, we did almost a 2x straight away over the next few days. That was pretty good. Now we're just consolidating. I really like this, bro. I mean, purely for talking about the chart, first of all, I do really like that they've been around for quite a while. So they've been around for 5 months, and it's been completely sideways. This is one of the key setups I look for. Just simply a coin that's proven themselves, man. I mean, a coin like this that's been around for 6 months, that is proof that they're legit. That in of itself. You know, they have the bottom range here, top range here, the mid range here. It's just been consolidating sideways. And these setups are primed, bro, because when they break out extremely aggressively. Like, especially the longer they've consolidated. You know this, man. Like, the longer something consolidates and compresses for, the bigger the expansion, you know? And so, yeah, man, I think it's starting really soon, you know? We had an initial launch pump, retrace, little, you know, lower high here. This was like the real accumulation era. This is where the start of the impulses happened. Consolidation, and yeah, I think the real impulse is starting soon, bro, you know? Like the real, you know, impulse. You know, if we're talking about Elliott waves, maybe this could be wave 1, wave 2. Maybe this is part of wave 3 now. Maybe if we blow and break out like over the next few weeks, which I do believe will happen. I do believe we will break out over the next few weeks. Yeah, I did say in a previous, I did cover alt control in a previous video. I can't remember where. I think it was in a portfolio reports where I teased this coin a bit more in that report, in that update. But yeah, I did say that, you know, it could retrace around here. These levels, you know, form a high low and then continue upwards with continuation. That's the thing. This is like a resistance area. This is all-time high. So yeah, bro, once we do finally clear that, this is going to go extremely hard, man. And very often people just overcomplicate things, you know? They wait for specific marketing campaigns to start, or they wait for the confirmed breakout or this and that. But bro, like, if all the other boxes are checked, the risk reward is there. You know, like even me, when I bought, it was around here. And that's when I posted on Twitter. The risk reward for me back then, and even now, but back then as well, it was very obvious, you know. We had just pumped, we're consolidating here, we're in the mid-range area. That's one key advice I'd say to you guys right now. Like, don't overcomplicate things, honestly, you know. Sometimes people look at these and like, oh, you know, liquidity is, you know, ideally it's higher, or volume, I want it to be higher. But here's what you're missing, bro. Like, by the time the volume is much higher, and by the time liquidity is much higher, guess what? The price is also going to be a lot higher. So just adjust accordingly, you know, based on your strategy. I mean, you can still get in. You know, I guess my point is when I look for coins to invest in, I always look at it holistically. Like, does it tick all the boxes as a whole? Like the reason that I've been screwed over in the past with missing opportunities is because I get too fixated on just one thing. Like, oh, you know, this one thing I want it to be high, like better or bigger or higher, whatever. And because it's not, I'm like, you know, I kind of just dismiss it, ignore it, you know. I'll say right now, like I saw Gray at, like, I think it was like, well, I first heard about it at 2 million market cap. Then I saw it again at like 4 million market cap. And it's funny because when I saw Gray, which by the way, I think so far it's hit what, 25? No, it hit 50, didn't it? I think Gray, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, the project called Gradient. I think they hit 50 million, 40 million. I don't know, bro. Point is, they did pretty well so far. I saw them at like 4 million market cap. And you know the reason I didn't get in? The reason I didn't get in is because when I saw the chart, it looked like this. It looked like this. So imagine it launched here, and then I'm seeing it here. Me, because of ego, and because I guess I just wasn't really fucking paying attention, or I don't know. One of the reasons I didn't get in is because I didn't like the fact that I missed out on all of this uptrend. So I guess you could say, if I'm just reflecting out loud, I could just say that's ego, I guess, because I saw it here and I was like, I don't want to get in because I missed out on this consolidation here and I missed out on, this slow grind here. So I was like, fuck that, I'm not going to get in. And that was despite me knowing that it was a good opportunity, like still undervalued, still good backing on it, like a good tech. So you know what I mean? Well, that's one key thing I'd say. It's like, don't get too fixated on like one little thing. So in that case, it was just me simply not having the absolute perfect entry. One thing I've realized, bro, is it's perfectly fine to not have a perfect entry as long as you manage risk and you're smart about it. What wouldn't be smart is if you don't have a perfect entry and then, buy way too much, or you add like a retarded stop loss or something. You know what I'm saying? But, in this space, in investing and trading in general, not just with small caps, it's very unrealistic to always think you can just have perfect setups all the time, which you won't all the time, bro. You can always try your best to look for them and have them. And, not to mention, I mean, recently with some of the calls I've been doing on my Twitter, if you've been paying attention, like they've been really good, bro. This, I caught it around here because I saw it was consolidating here. Also some other coins if you've been keeping track. But again, say I wasn't in this, right? I would just be patient and look for the next opportunity, Not financial advice, obviously, but, you can DCA, you could buy here, wait for a lower entry on like a support area or something. But anyways, I've spoken way too much about the chart. So now that we got that out of the way, the alt control chart is very, very bullish. All right, a little bit of a learning lesson there as well. But yeah, so alt control. I'm not sure if you guys have actually been looking at it from a previous, tweet that I did on it. But these guys, initially they were just like, for me, just a normal DeFi platform. Nothing too innovative and too exciting for me personally, other than the good branding. But one update that I saw maybe a couple months ago that they had been working on for quite a while and finally just released literally like today, I'm pretty sure, or yesterday. It's tokenized stocks, bro. Tokenized stocks. And it's crazy because recently it's been starting to become a little bit of a narrative, bro. I mean, Coinbase was a news thing, like I think literally today, coincidentally as well, or yesterday. Like Coinbase, do I have it around here? I don't know. Point is, Coinbase, there was some news yesterday that they're starting to look into it. Like basically themselves also starting to build that tech where people can trade tokenized stocks. And it's crazy, bro, because these guys, I guess, are completely front running the wave, man. They're very smart. They've been thinking ahead, they've finally built it, So obviously we all know what stocks are. We all know that you usually go through a traditional broker. What this stocks DEX is, right, is a DEX that never closes, bro. That's the first thing. It never closes. Obviously, a normal TradFi has limited hours. It's basically instant with settlement times very often. And here's the thing. I haven't actually traded stocks myself too much personally yet. I will when I've made more money and when I'm older, probably. Well, actually, no, I will. Yeah, I will. But I didn't know this. Apparently, usually 2 to 7 days settlement time? Surely not, bro. What? So if there's a market crash and I want to buy some Apple stock, it takes 2 to 7 days to... I don't understand that part. But anyways, the fees is definitely 100% true. Like 1% trading fees is very low. Obviously, it'd be way higher when you have brokers and stuff and commissions and what available. What else? This part for me is one of the huge, like very, very, innovative and unique things. It's the fact that with these tokenized stocks, you have full custody. Whereas when you're doing it with brokers, you're relying and completely trusting the brokers. Whereas on a stocks DEX, as a DEX, bro, you have it. You have full control. So I thought that was insane. And let me show you, by the way. Let me show you how it works. So I haven't connected my wallet yet, but literally, ETH to Nvidia. What else can you do right now? They have Airbnb, they have Amazon, Apple, Coinbase, Meta, Nvidia. So I think these are the only ones they have right now. But bro, it's a good start, right? I mean, insane. I don't know of any other. Well, you know what? I've researched it. I don't think there's any other small caps or even fucking altcoins in crypto that are offering this. So can you believe that this is 1 million market cap? I mean, that is insane. That is insane. And yeah, things are really starting to heat up, by the way, because this is a pretty decent volume to market cap ratio. Obviously, when it starts to break out and keep going up, the ratio will improve, in my opinion. The volume is going to get a lot higher once it starts to actually break out. Anyways, yeah, like good start, man. So how many stocks? Like 6. Yeah, pretty good, bro. They have the information here. They have the latest transactions of like once you actually do it. Price stats. You can see the chart. It's just the UI is so clean, you know, very, very clean, very easy, very straightforward. It's funny, like this guy who was being like, oh, we need a stocks trading desk. Who was building this? La 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 la. And then people rating him CTRL, bro. Alt control, my guy. I think this guy, he did an example of like using the platform. Yeah, so you can see the transactions there. You know, you put in how much ETH you want to buy. Yep, that's sick, bro. Like, it's so clean. That's exactly how it should be. Very, very simple, you know? Don't need to overcomplicate it. And then what happens after that? It says here that you bought, you got the transaction hash, and then what? What I want to see is like, where do you actually see the tokens though? Like, I'm assuming in here, like you click your wallet. Where do you check the wallet though? I mean, I'm assuming they have it, but ideally they have like a, you know, like a wallet section or something. All right, so they did their own demonstration. So you buy, cool. Okay, maybe they haven't developed like an actual proper wallet section per se, you know, but you can see that there's a balance, you know, you can see that's what they were showing at the end there. Like you can see you actually have the balance of GME. Yeah, man, tokenized stock. I mean, like you're literally trading a fucking stock on a DEX, you know. That's sick, man. It's so sick. Oh, what? They have more. Wait, how come I could only see 6 on the website, but here they have a bunch more. Nice. Right, put in. Yeah, nice. No, cool, bro. I mean, this is very, very sick. I mean, when you see your first mover and something that unique. Okay, well, there you go, guys. I got it on video now, bro. We're at a support area. We're below 1 million market cap, so. You guys are going to love me, man, in a few months' time. We're all going to be printing from absolutely everything that I'm talking about. And it's funny because, here's the thing. People sometimes get lazy when bull runs are around the corner and alt season's around the corner because they just get cocky and start to think, oh, well, everything's going to run up. I'm just going to buy random shit. I'm going to buy a little bit of everything. My strategy, bro, and the way that I've made millions in the past, it's not just trying to just buy anything or buy a little bit of everything, get exposure to everything, you know. No, like I do concentrated bets, bro. I find what I actually really like and really, really think is really interesting and, you know, unique and first mover and valuable and stuff, whatever, tangible, you know, and I go heavy, you know. And obviously, ideally, when you have prime setups like this, you know, it doesn't get much better than this, bro. You know, that's all you have to do. And then from there, you're just patient, you know. When it starts to break out, you de-risk along the way. Bro, if I knew what I knew now last year, I'd be sitting on millions right now because I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro. Just all you need to do is sell slowly along the way as it goes up. Like de-risk on everything, not just this coin, but all coins that you're in. Everything. I don't care what. I don't even care if it's Bitcoin, bro. Just de-risk always. Like one mindset shift that I've done recently is changing my mindset from selling to de-risking, and that alone recently, I already know right now, straight up. I know that's gonna save me and make me a lot of money. Because selling, you know, has negative connotations, you know, with it. Selling, cheating, whatever. But de-risking, I mean, you can de-risk in profit, you can de-risk at a loss, you can de-risk at break even. I think de-risking is a beautiful way to think of it. Because that's exactly what it is. Even if it's at a loss, even if it's at a win and you're in profit, if you're in huge profit, small profit, if you're taking profit, it's because you're de-risking, dude. You know, nothing's ever guaranteed. That's one thing I've learned as well. But anyways, I mean, what I would say is guaranteed with this and basically everything else I've been talking about on my Twitter is that they will go up, okay? Not financial advice. Do your own research, but it is my It is my opinion that they will go up, but that said, you can never time the top. So my friend, just de-risk. All right, I'm gonna be saying that a lot, you know, over the coming weeks and months and stuff. But yeah, man, huge. They even had Spectre, like bro, what the fuck off. They even had Spectre. Dude, I don't know what the fuck that was. They even have Spectre. Like engaging with them and stuff, and they're like at 30-40 million market cap right now, I'm pretty sure, or 20. So yeah, that's cool. Let's look at this thread real quick. I did mention this thread in the previous video I did, But here's a bit of an explainer. I'll go through it real quick, just to end the video, okay? So all the token stocks I hold 1-to-1 by real shares, okay? And this is done through Sailing Protocol, okay? That's a cool part. Like, it's actually backed 1-to-1. They're held in regulated custody, which means it's not synthetic, right? That's the thing. Lots of people, when they first saw this, they thought, oh, it's synthetic. No, like, it's like actually like legitimate asset, and it's legally backed, okay? As I said before, it's self-custody. You have self-control. You don't have to just trust a broker exchange to hold it for you. You can keep it in your own wallet, just like any other crypto token. That's a cool thing, bro. Like, you can literally hold these stocks alongside all your other shitcoins, right? And that's the thing. Like, in the real world, I guess one reason that it's a lot more, time consuming and settlement times take longer is because you need to actually request your broker to do everything for you. It's just so inefficient, bro. Like, this is genuinely the future. Like, alt control is going to do well. And I'm not saying that the future of this technology is with alt control, even though this is going to do many X's, probably 10, 20X, whatever. But in the real world as well, like, this sort of tech is the future, dude. Like, this sort of tech is the future. Like, even with, like, all these TradFi guys, even with crypto, they're starting to realize, like, oh, shit, like, crypto is sick because it's 24/7. They're starting to realize that as well. So, yeah, the fact that they can do that also with stocks as well, that's sick. That's really cool. The liquidity explanation is pretty interesting as well. There it is. So the liquidity is from Sailing Protocol. 60 seconds. Yeah, that's pretty sick, man. It's pretty sick. As I said, 24/7. Oh yeah, do you need KYC? Oh, so here's the cool part. Because StockStex is just front end, okay? It's just a front end. Because they've partnered with Sailing Protocol, I think, if I'm understanding correctly, they basically figured out the cheat code, which is that people can trade these without KYCing. And the reason with that is because they've partnered with Sailing Protocol, they're the ones that do KYC. These are the ones that do KYC. And because they've partnered with just the front end, people trading on alt control's platform, they don't need a KYC. So it's pretty genius if you think about it. I think I'm understanding correctly, but yeah, oh bro, genius. So sick. That's really cool. And because of all that, it's still decentralized. But it's also legal. Isn't that just insane? Yeah, beautiful, bro. So yeah, the recap is, traditional stocks, they don't give you real ownership. Well, traditional stock apps, the stock apps. They don't give you real ownership. You have to rely on middlemen. There's zero transparency. Whereas with us, it's all on the blockchain, my guy. It's all on the blockchain. Oh, bro. Okay, and it literally just went live today. So yeah, that was a little bit of a sell the news event here. But then now, as they start to ramp up marketing and as they start to actually onboard users and stuff and get adoption, this is just, man, like, maybe I should buy more. Fucking hell. 1 million market cap? What? Damn, bro, I actually might need to buy more. This is kind of, that's the thing. It's funny, like, doing these videos makes me a lot more accountable myself. Because when I hear myself talk and hear myself saying all the shit I'm saying, I realize stuff, And I guess what I'm realizing now is that this is fucking bullish, my guy. One thing I got access to, because I paid like $1,000 USD or something for it, like 6 months ago, is Nansen. Nansen's pretty cool. You can do pretty insightful, detailed analysis on coins and stuff, and wallets in general and stuff. Let's look at this. So accumulation has been happening past 3 months. There's been a 40% increase in how much the top 100 wallets own. So they've bought 14% more. That's bullish. All right. So the median holder holds a pretty decent bag, bro. So that means there's quite a bit of conviction in this project. That's good. That's a good sign. You do want to see that. Distribution's pretty good as well, other than these biggish wallets, but it's fine. Distribution's actually very healthy. Wow. That's actually very, unless people have been splitting all the holdings up, but this is actually really healthy. Like, ignoring these few, if you go from here, it's like 15 wallets, and then plus that. Yeah, bro, that's actually, yeah. Yeah, bullish, man. Okay. Let's look at the RSI real quick on the daily. Okay, let's look at the Bollinger Bands. Countdown to bar close. Okay. Yeah, I think this is pretty much bottoming out very soon. Like around here, boom. Yeah, this is like a million market cap or below it is definitely very cheap in my opinion. Like I'm telling you right now. Yeah. Fuck man, I might need to buy more, man. This is crazy. I'm actually very bullish on this. Wow, shit. Okay. Don't mind me. Just gonna figure out a way to buy more of this shit really soon. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed episode 9 of the Drae Effect Show. I hope you really enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions or comments in the DMs and in the comments of the video as well. And enjoy. Talk soon.